Are you ready for this incredibly fascinating retro bike, the Husqvarna Svartpilen 801? Incredibly sporty, but also incredibly fast. The answer is right here in this video from the 1000 PS best time test track. 1000 PS lap time is a format that stands for sweat, blood, and tears. But I do not think there will be any tears this time, except maybe tears of joy, because this is truly a heartwarming motorcycle. In the 1000 PS lap time videos, we ride a carefully standardized lap around the Motorsport Park Bad Fischau. Right here in our neighborhood at 1000 PS, we test all sorts of motorcycles. We have already ridden 100 bikes, and so far, I have never crashed. Every category has to compete under the same conditions. We ride in different temperatures, on different tires, and with different motorcycles. You can then check how each bike performs on this tight circuit in scorching heat with asphalt temperatures of 40 degrees, just like today. So, what is the Husqvarna Svartpilen 801 like? It is a motorcycle with a cool design and a relaxed, comfortable riding position. That is something I will talk about right now. You sit relatively upright with the handlebars positioned quite high. And when riding sportily, that does get in the way of the more competitive riding ambitions. You would like to lean your upper body further towards the front wheel to get a better feel of what is happening down there. That was the one aspect of this bike where I felt that, yes, there is a sport bike inside, but the overall package around it is designed for comfort. For everyday riding, that is, of course, fantastic. You get an incredibly comfortable ride, a good knee angle, and a relaxed upright seating position. Whether you are commuting or going for a spirited ride, it remains very pleasant. But when you push hard into the bends and really want to feel what the front wheel is doing, there are definitely sportier motorcycles with lower handlebars. As for the engine, there is no doubt about it. It comes from various, even sportier models from Mattighofen, a modern two-cylinder unit packed with all the electronic rider aids. The quickshifter is seamlessly integrated, and it worked flawlessly here as well. It shifts up and down smoothly, even in situations where other bikes might struggle. And on this tight circuit, that can be quite important, having a quickshifter that allows you to squeeze in second or first gear at just the right moment without unsettling the bike. I have to say, overall, it has been very well executed, even though the bike gives off a touring-oriented impression when switching between dynamic riding situations where you transition between different riding states. You do not get the kind of instability or excessive movement that you might expect from this type of machine. No noticeable pitching, no vague feedback. Instead, the motorcycle remains impressively sporty and stable in its lane, much more so than you would assume from its rugged, adventure-style appearance. It certainly looks like a proper adventure motorcycle, but in reality, it is much closer to a sport bike than to an adventure bike, and I think that is actually a better fit for most people who buy this kind of machine. It looks great, it looks sexy, it offers plenty of comfort, but at the same time, you can ride it really sportily. The other components are familiar from other models from Mattighofen. The braking system is strong and easy to modulate. And then there is the particular case of the Pirelli MT60 RS tires. At first glance, they look very rugged and adventure-oriented. But with an asphalt temperature of 40 degrees today, they still performed quite well. Of course, at some point, they reached their limit. Coming out of corners, I could feel them starting to slip. That is partly due to their chunky appearance and the fact that they are designed as very versatile tires, not specifically for the racetrack. But they perform better than you might expect just from their looks. They are not crude off-road tires, but rather a set that still allows for enjoyable, sporty touring. I am not entirely sure whether everyone in the Svartpilen retro segment is 100% happy with the fact that this bike has such a strong sporty character overall. The good thing is that you can also ride it in a relaxed manner. I do not get that constant urge to push harder, that come on, go faster feeling that you get with some KTM models. When you are in the saddle, shifting through second, third, and fourth gear, you can just cruise along and enjoy the scenery. That works quite well. Of course, if I were to strictly categorize it as a retro bike, some other models with heavier flywheels might feel a bit more composed, harmonious, and smooth with less nervous energy. That is simply the flip side of the sporty character. But I am confident that despite not having full-on supersport tires, this bike will achieve a very respectable position on our best time leaderboard and hold its own very well against other retro bikes. But I am curious. Take a look for yourself at our best time lap leaderboard.